Welcome to our channel where we uncover the truth behind what you eat. Today, we're delving into a topic that affects us all, the hidden culprits lurking in our everyday foods that may be linked to cancer. Get ready to discover the surprising truths about these 6 everyday foods and how they could impact your health. From processed meats to sugary beverages, no food group is off the hook. But fear not, knowledge is power. And armed with the right information, you can make healthier choices for you and your loved ones. Stay tuned as we uncover more secrets about nutrition and wellness. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Let's dive in. Cancer is a group of diseases characterized by uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells. If the spread is not controlled, it can result in death. Cancer can develop in virtually any organ or tissue, such as the lungs, colon, breast, skin, bones, or nerve tissue. Types of cancer: carcinomas originating in the skin or tissues that line or cover internal organs. Sarcomas arising in bone, cartilage, fat, muscle, or other connective tissues. Leukemias starting in blood-forming tissue such as the bone marrow. Lymphomas and myelomas beginning in the cells of the immune system. Central nervous system cancers, developing in the brain and spinal cord. Cancer is one of the leading causes of death worldwide, with an estimated 19.3 million new cases and 10 million cancer deaths occurring in 2020. The most common cancers include breast, lung, colorectal, prostate, skin, melanoma, and stomach cancer. The prevalence of cancer varies by region, largely influenced by lifestyle, environmental factors, and access to healthcare. Certain everyday foods and dietary patterns have been linked to an increased risk of cancer. While diet alone is not the sole cause of cancer, it is a significant factor that can influence cancer risk. 1. Processed meats. Processed foods are foods that have been altered from their natural state through methods like canning, freezing, refrigeration, dehydration, and packaging. These foods often contain added ingredients such as preservatives, flavor enhancers, and colorings. Processed meats have been classified as Group 1 carcinogens by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC. They are linked to an increased risk of colorectal and stomach cancer due to preservatives like nitrates and nitrites and the formation of carcinogenic compounds during processing. Commonly found in processed meats such as bacon, sausages, and deli meats. Some preservatives and artificial additives used to extend shelf life or enhance flavor have been linked to cancer. For example, butylated hydroxyanisole, BHA, and butylated hydroxytoluene, BHT, used to preserve fats and oils, have shown potential carcinogenic effects in animal studies. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, formed when meats are smoked or grilled at high temperatures. PAHs are known carcinogens that have been linked to cancers of the digestive tract. Heterocyclic amines, HCAs, produced when meat is cooked at high temperatures such as frying or barbecuing. HCAs can cause changes in DNA that may increase the risk of cancer. Red meat. Red meat, which includes beef, pork, lamb, and goat, has been associated with an increased risk of several types of cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. This association arises from several factors and mechanisms linked to the consumption and digestion of red meat. Heterocyclic amines, HCAs, formed when meat is cooked at high temperatures, such as grilling, frying, or barbecuing. HCAs are produced from the reaction of amino acids and creatine in meat during cooking. These compounds can cause changes in DNA that may increase the risk of cancer. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, produced when fat drips onto an open flame and creates smoke, which then coats the meat. PAHs are known carcinogens that have been linked to an increased risk of gastrointestinal cancers. Nitrosamines can form in the stomach from nitrites and nitrates, which are often used as preservatives in processed red meats like bacon, sausages, and ham. Nitrosamines are highly carcinogenic and have been associated with colorectal and stomach cancers. Heme-iron found in high amounts in red meat and is more readily absorbed by the body than non-heme iron from plant sources. Heme iron can promote the formation of N-nitroso compounds, NOCs, in the gut, which are carcinogenic. It can also cause oxidative damage to the cells lining the colon, leading to an increased risk of cancer. Red meat is classified as a Group 2A carcinogen, meaning it is probably carcinogenic to humans. High consumption has been associated with colorectal, pancreatic, and prostate cancer. Alcohol. Alcohol consumption is a well-established risk factor for several types of cancer. The mechanisms through which alcohol increases cancer risk are multifaceted, involving direct effects on cells and indirect effects through its metabolites and the body's response to alcohol consumption. When the body metabolizes alcohol, ethanol, it converts it into acetaldehyde, a toxic and carcinogenic compound. Acetaldehyde can cause DNA damage and mutations by forming adducts with DNA, interfering with DNA replication and repair processes. It can also bind to proteins, causing functional impairments and increasing cancer risk. Alcohol consumption can increase the levels of estrogen and other hormones associated with hormone receptor-positive breast cancer. Chronic alcohol consumption can suppress the immune system, reducing its ability to detect and destroy cancerous cells. Alcohol interferes with the absorption and metabolism of several essential nutrients such as vitamins A, C, D, E, and folate. Deficiencies in these nutrients can impair DNA repair and cellular function, increasing the likelihood of cancer. Alcohol consumption is associated with an increased risk of several types of cancer, including mouth and throat cancer. Alcohol is a major risk factor for cancers of the oral cavity and pharynx. Esophageal cancer, particularly squamous cell carcinoma of the esophagus. Liver cancer. Chronic alcohol consumption can lead to liver cirrhosis, a significant risk factor for liver cancer. Breast cancer. Even moderate alcohol consumption is associated with an increased risk of breast cancer in women. Colorectal cancer. Alcohol is linked to a higher risk of colorectal cancer. Sugary drinks and foods. Sugary drinks and foods, which include sodas, sweetened beverages, candies, pastries, and other high-sugar items, are linked to an increased risk of various types of cancer. The mechanisms by which high sugar intake contributes to cancer involve direct effects on metabolic processes, obesity, inflammation, and insulin resistance. High consumption of sugary foods and drinks leads to excessive calorie intake, contributing to weight gain and obesity. Obesity is a significant risk factor for many cancers, including breast, colorectal, endometrial, kidney, and pancreatic cancers. High sugar intake causes spikes in blood glucose levels, leading to increased insulin production. Chronic high insulin levels, or hyperinsulinemia, can promote the growth of cancer cells by activating insulin receptors on these cells and increasing levels of insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1. Prolonged high sugar consumption can lead to insulin resistance, where cells become less responsive to insulin, resulting in higher circulating insulin levels. Insulin resistance and elevated insulin and IGF-1 levels are linked to an increased risk of cancers, including colorectal and breast cancer. Charred or overcooked foods. Eating charred or overcooked foods, especially meats, has been linked to an increased risk of cancer. The primary concern is the formation of carcinogenic compounds during the cooking process at high temperatures. These compounds can damage DNA and promote cancer development. Heterocyclic amines, HCAs, are chemicals formed when meat is cooked at high temperatures, such as grilling, frying, or broiling. These compounds form through the reaction of amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, and creatine, a substance found in muscle when exposed to high heat. HCAs have been shown to cause changes in DNA that may increase the risk of cancer, particularly cancers of the stomach, colon, and pancreas. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, are formed when fat drips onto an open flame, causing smoke that contains PAH to adhere to the surface of the meat. These compounds are also produced when meat is smoked. PAHs are known to be mutagenic, meaning they can cause mutations in DNA that lead to cancer. They are associated with increased risks of cancers such as lung, skin, and gastrointestinal cancers. Methods such as grilling, barbecuing, frying, and broiling are more likely to produce HCAs and PAH compared to baking, steaming, or boiling. The longer and hotter the cooking process, the more HCAs and PAHs are formed. Foods that are charred or blackened have higher concentrations of these carcinogenic compounds. It is the blackened, crispy parts of the meat that contain the highest levels of HCAs and PAH. Specific types of cancer linked to charred or overcooked foods are colorectal cancer, pancreatic cancer, and prostate cancer. Recommendations to reduce risk is to opt for cooking methods that use lower temperatures such as baking, steaming, or boiling. If grilling or frying, try to cook meat to a safe internal temperature without charring it. Marinating meats before cooking can reduce the formation of HCAs. Ingredients such as lemon juice, vinegar, and herbs can be effective. When grilling, avoid direct exposure of the meat to open flames and reduce cooking time. Flipping meat frequently on the grill can help prevent charring and reduce the formation of carcinogens. If parts of the meat become charred, cut them off before eating. Consuming a diet rich in vegetables and fruits can help counteract some of the harmful effects of HCAs and PAH due to their antioxidant properties. High-salt foods. High-salt foods, common in many processed and preserved foods, have been associated with an increased risk of certain types of cancer, particularly stomach cancer. The mechanisms through which high salt intake contributes to cancer involve direct damage to the stomach lining, promoting bacterial growth and enhancing the effects of other carcinogens. H. pylori is a type of bacteria commonly associated with stomach ulcers and an increased risk of stomach cancer. High salt concentrations can promote the growth and virulence of H. pylori, exacerbating its harmful effects on the stomach lining. H. pylori infection leads to chronic inflammation and can cause changes in the stomach lining that predispose to cancer. High salt intake can enhance the carcinogenic effects of other substances such as nitrates and nitrites, which are found in many preserved foods. These compounds can form nitrosamines, potent carcinogens, particularly in the acidic environment of the stomach. The combination of high salt and other dietary carcinogens can significantly increase cancer risk. The overall dietary pattern plays a crucial role in cancer risk. To reduce cancer risk, it is advisable to limit the intake of processed and red meats, sugary drinks, alcohol, and salt-preserved foods. Additionally, reducing the consumption of foods cooked at high temperatures and increasing the intake of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help mitigate the risk. Emphasizing a balanced diet rich in plant-based foods and maintaining a healthy weight are key strategies in cancer prevention. Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video informative, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more important health insights. But before you go, let's remember the 6 everyday foods that might be fueling cancer without us realizing it. Knowledge is power when it comes to your health. By being aware of these potential risks, we can make better choices for ourselves and our loved ones. Share this video with anyone who needs to know about these risks. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest updates. Stay informed, stay healthy. Subscribe for more eye-opening health content.